Au fond de mon cœur, de mes amours, la douleur. Fermant les yeux, je voudrais retrouver les moments joyeux de mon tendre passé. Effacé. Va, chante encore ton adorable mélodie. Ah, mon cœur porte l'oubli.
Merde. Me suis-je fait mal? Mon Dieu. Du sang.
Ça va, Marcel?
Non. Qu'est-ce que tu crois? Le milieu de mon visage est écrasé. Du rouge.
Il y a tout qu'il faut.
Ces vers sont plus petits que des visions d'ivrogne.
Qu'a dit l'éditeur? As-tu eu de la chance?
Non, un vrai salaud. Il a prétendu que c'était trop long. Il a exigé que je l'abrège. Mais
Pourquoi tu ne me laisserais pas le lire?
toi,
Moi?
sais-tu lire?
Tu plaisantes. J'ai fait 3 années d'école primaire à Mansart avant de venir à Paris. Je le lirai avant de me coucher.
Pourquoi pas? De toi, j'aurai un avis du peuple. Ce qui va déshonorer les éditeurs.
Bonjour, monsieur Marcel. Vous ne vous rappelez pas que nous sommes le 8?
Comment déjà? Le temps court comme un élan.
Votre déménagement a pris un peu de retard. Il est déjà 11h30 et le nouveau locataire peut arriver à n'importe quel moment.
Laissez-moi donc aller chercher le camion de déménagement.
Bien sûr. Mais avant, il faut effectuer une petite formalité. Le loyer de 3 mois. Ça vous convient?
Naturellement.
Donc vous venez dans mon bureau pour que je vous donne la quittance.
Ah, je la prendrai au retour.
Pourquoi pas tout de suite?
Ah, il faut que j'aille à la banque, je ne me promène pas avec une telle somme sur moi.
Ah bon? Pas d'argent liquide. Vous me permettez donc de garder pendant ce temps votre petit fardeau qui pourrait vous fatiguer.
Monsieur Bernard, croyez-vous que j'emporte ma fortune dans un sac?
C'est le règlement. Vous ne pouvez même pas emporter un cheveu d'ici avant que le loyer ne soit réglé.
Regardez, ce ne sont pas des cheveux, mais des chemises que j'emporte pour le repassage à la laverie qui se situe juste à côté de la banque, à quelques pas d'ici.
Ne vous méprenez pas sur mes paroles. Mais des expériences pénibles ont détruit la confiance que j'avais dans les locataires. Il vaut mieux que Hugo vous accompagne à la banque.
Mon appartement, est-il laissé libre?
Pas encore, monsieur Chaunard, mais très bientôt. L'ancien locataire, un écrivain, est allé chercher un camion de déménagement. Pendant ce temps, vous pouvez poser vos meubles dans la cour.
Mais j'ai peur. S'il pleut, mes meubles vont être abîmés.
Excusez-moi de vous demander votre profession. Vous avez oublié de l'écrire dans le contrat de location.
Laissez le piano ici et retournez immédiatement à mon ancien appartement pour chercher les meubles précieux et les œuvres d'art restées là-bas.
How did you start in the movie business in Finland?
By accident, I was no good for any honest work, so I had to do something.
What did you do?
Films. I was in building industry before.
Building industry?
Yes, in the lowest depths of the industry. Construction.
And then suddenly you went into film?
Yeah, like this.
Fine.
I started with screenplays and acting and this and that.
Uh-huh. Did you study acting?
No. Or film. No, I was acting only 2-3 films. Not very successful.
Your films have a strong social background. Are you politically involved in Finland or?
No, I'm not involved. Obviously, I'm not involved in anywhere.
But you're concerned?
Well, I'm not a conservative.
This title for your 3 films, the Proletarian Trilogy, is this a title of yours or is it some production?
I'm a producer too,
Yeah.
so there's no production behind me. No, they're my title, so I first get a title and then I write a script for the title. In Ariel, I didn't have a title a long time, and then I was fixing my motorbike, which was Ariel, old British bike, and here's a good title, I put it there.
Could you film a bourgeois trilogy or?
No, I couldn't. I would be in a... I couldn't do it, even if I wanted. I lose the rest of my little talent when I go in a bourgeois space. I wouldn't call it a proletarian trilogy, it's a loser trilogy. One step under proletariat. Who are not conscious enough to belong to the... Who are just losers who go their life like this. They go in the union if somebody tells them that there is a union, but basically they don't even know it. So proletariat is the wrong word. Loser is better.
Some of your films have a pessimistic ending, some have a quite optimistic ending. Are you rather optimistic or pessimistic?
Sometimes I'm rather pessimistic, sometimes a little bit optimistic. Well, it depends. I always decide to put a sad ending, but then I feel pity for my characters and put in the last moment to a happy ending.
Your films have been described here as dark, cruel, realistic, with a strong sense of humor.
Well, cruel, I don't agree. Maybe realistic, which is the same thing, but not very. I wouldn't say they're very realistic. They are, in fact, cinema realism, which is something else. I would call it melodrama more than realism. Melodrama is cruel and comical and this and that. I always start with with everyday realism, everyday situation. And I try to go darker and darker, and in the end it's melodrama. Even the lights change. In the beginning the lights are quite normal, but in the end they are big shadows and so on.
You produce, you write, you direct, you edit your films yourself?
Yes, so-called auteur. As I understand, the word auteur means that you are not, nobody's telling you what to do. There's no producer outside you. If you are an author, you have to have the total power. You can decide whatever, nobody can tell you what to do.
How do you find the money?
I get them from Manhattan from a Chinese boogeyman.
Is it rich?
He?
Yeah.
Not anymore, he financed my films.
Now you're shooting a film in England.
Yes.
Does that mean there's a change in your career? Is it it's a new period or just the same background and same preoccupations?
Same story as always. Just the location and the nationality of the characters has changed. Nothing else, I hope. It's called I Hired a Contract Killer. And it's a story about a loser, sad man, who wants to die but is too scary to do it, so he hires a contract killer to do it. And then I would destroy the story if I would tell more. Happy end.
Really?
Yes. Except for the contract killer. After that I make one film in Paris next. I start 17th of February next year.
You've already wrote it and...
No, but it's a question of a weekend. I just let it be in here for months, 2-3 months, and then I write it in 1 weekend, 2 days, 1 day, 3 days.
The dialogues and everything?
Yes. But very often I don't write it at all, because, for example, Match Factory Girl, I didn't write it at all, I just improvised.
The dialogue?
No, the whole story is improvised.
Really?
I started from the beginning and then I went on. What's happening next, maybe this.
Would you like to make films with movie stars, so-called movie stars?
Acting, you mean?
Yeah.
I never done.
But did you happen to think of this?
I just like to have good actors, and the real stars I couldn't afford and I wouldn't even touch with if I would have money.
You're under arrest. Because the hero of Le Havre is Marcel Marx, a character that was also in La Vie de Bohème, in your 1992 film La Vie de Bohème. Why did you want to revisit him?
1991 film.
Oh, excuse me. But why did you want to revisit him?
By revisiting him, I saved the trouble of inventing one more character.
And it wasn't...
He was already there in the bookshelf.
But in the 1991 film, he was an aspiring writer. Now he's a shoe shiner. He seems content. Would you be?
Life is not always fair. I mean, he was much happier in this film as a writer.
True.
Now he was balanced with his own soul.
I guess his last name, Marcel's last name, Marx, that cannot be a coincidence, right?
Marcel Buster Marx.
Buster Keaton Marx.
Yeah.
But is it a reference to Groucho, or is it a reference to the great communist thinker? Because I was thinking the latter.
This I leave for the audience.
Might
be both.
This Marx, Groucho or Karl, Marcel.
What I think, if I have to choose, it's Harpo.
It's Harpo, and he doesn't talk. That's true.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. But he must be the sweetest activist in history. Do you think he stands a chance in reality?
At least he stood up for something he thought is right. He stood up for that, which is more or less something we should all do.
Yeah, because he and his friends, they help an illegal African immigrant, or an illegal.
Yeah. Which happens all the time.
Thank God. He sort of thinks he is part of the resistance in a way. But is this film an ode to decency?
All my films are more or less about decency.
How would you describe decency?
Treat others in a way which you would never treat yourself.
In your director's statement, you said something like that Europe is in a moral crisis. Financial, economic, I can see, but why moral?
Well, considering this film, it's that we always thought that the rest of the world is the service of Europe. And we, whoever we are, we took the rest of the world as kind of places where we take the resources out and treat them like slaves. And now when we colonized the rest of the world, suddenly we are shocked when they escape to here because of our business, which originally they escaped here because we made a murdering business in every place we go.
And what should we do then?
Suicide.
Mass suicide.
Which we seem to be doing anyway.
This is funny coming from the man who probably made his most optimistic film ever in Le Havre.
Well, when there's no hope, there's no reason for pessimism either.
A little bit about the style, because it's a very modern day story about illegals, but it doesn't look like today, your film. Why not?
Child of yesterday.
You're a child of yesterday.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I was hoping you would continue, but obviously not. That's okay. But for TV, it's rather short.
Well, I will continue. Okay, all my life I felt like I'm misplaced somehow. I should be living in 50s or 30s or of the last century or somewhere, but not here, not now.
And any idea why? Was life better then? I can hardly imagine it was.
My last theory is that since mankind is as it is, it's a horrifying misery. That when mankind has its lowest step, which is like a World War II or one, after that, for a moment, they show the
There's only up.
good part. Good when they are rebuilding, they show the good point of mankind, and it worked until now. And now we are
On the bottom?
in the bottom. We are killing what is the rest of this planet. We destroy everything we touch.
Except art. You don't like your actors to act. What do you like about your actors?
Well, what they are doing, in fact, is acting, but I don't want them to act too much.
So it's still acting, of course, because they're...
Yeah, but...
Why? Why so little?
Because I dislike hard noises. So
And you like big emotion?
No, let's go back to theory of acting. It's always acting. It's big or audience gets very easily used to the level of the acting in certain film. So if everyone starts shouting, audience gets start used to that. Okay, so shout in every scene, but they also get used to the sottovoce.
True. But you don't like loud acting, but don't like loud emotions as well? Do you hate loud emotions?
I like loud emotions when they are hidden small reactions.
Okay.
I don't want my actors to move their hands like windmills, because windmills are for wind, actors are for camera. Directors direct, actors act light when light, soundman takes sound. Quite clear. It's called cinema business.
Okay, thank you.
It's not, the business part is separated, but
Thank God.
it's called filmmaking. So everybody does their bit, and in the end you have a film, if you're lucky.
And what's your bit?
If you are very lucky, a good film.
And what's your bit?
Control the others.
Are you very good at controlling others? Because you look not like you're the manager type.
Yeah, since I can't control myself, I control the others.
Hello, I'm Kati Outinen. I'm a Finnish actress and I play a role of Arletti in Aki Kaurismaki's new film Le Havre.
Je suis rentré.
Je vois ça. Tu ne mérites pas une femme comme elle. Tu ne la vaux pas.
Personne ne la vaut, alors pourquoi pas moi?
I'm proud to be in his film, and because he takes time on the set. He creates there an atmosphere. You can really take your time and act when you are ready, and that's not today. You have to. It's more important to be quick than good, I think. So this society is like that. So he's that old-fashioned in that way, and creativity. You know, it's time. You can't force creativity, and you can't put deadlines and creativity is like you can't control it. So Aki doesn't control. He knows exactly what he wants, but he doesn't force you to do it.
Je vais chercher une ambulance.
We are rehearsing the rhythm, the how we move in the scene, but not the emotions, only technically. And when Aki wants us to have emotions and all the acting when the camera is on. So yes, we do rehearse, but we don't.
Il n'y a donc pas d'espoir.
Il y a souvent miracle.
Pas dans mon quartier.
Once I went to him to ask, I didn't understand something from my character, and he was like, "You should know." And I said, no, you should know. Why? Because you wrote this character. But you are the character, he said to me.
J'ai l'intention de quitter Marcel.
Quand?
Ce soir. J'ai déjà fait mes valises.
Est-ce qu'il le sait?
Non. J'ai pas osé lui dire. Je retourne à Strasbourg. Là-bas, il y a un agriculteur. Pas très beau, mais gentil et sérieux.
Pourquoi?
Il n'a pas besoin de moi. Il n'aime que les livres. Hier, j'ai dû apporter ma bague au mont-de-piété pour avoir de l'argent pour le loyer. J'ai laissé l'argent sur la table. Je suis sortie. Quand je suis revenue, il avait pris tout l'argent. Et acheté les premiers tirages de Balzac.
Pauvre Marcel.
Il va m'oublier en une semaine. De toute manière, plus vite que je ne l'oublierai. Les hommes sont comme ça. Viens-tu m'accompagner à la gare?
Bien sûr. Tu vas me manquer.
Tu viendras me voir. Je t'enverrai l'argent pour le voyage. L'homme est fortuné.
Je viendrai sans faute. Écris-moi poste restante.
Pourquoi là-bas?
Je sais pas.
De Strasbourg va partir. En voiture, s'il vous plaît. Attention au départ.